Hey everyone, welcome back to the English Hour. I'm really excited about today's episode because we're talking about something that can completely change the way you learn English. How to reprogram your mind for daily English practice. Now, I know that sounds a little intense, but trust me, it's not about magic or overnight tricks. It's about building habits and changing the way your brain thinks so that practicing English becomes automatic, natural, and even fun. Let me start with a story. A few years ago, I met a student named Daniel. Daniel was very motivated. He wanted to speak fluent English, but every day was a struggle. He would plan to practice, tell himself, "I'll study today, I'll practice tomorrow." And then somehow the day would pass, and he hadn't opened a book or spoken a word of English. He felt frustrated and thought, maybe I'm just not good at languages. But here's the thing. It wasn't that Daniel wasn't capable. His brain just wasn't trained to make English a daily habit. He thought of English practice as a task, something separate from his life, instead of something he could integrate naturally every day. So I asked him to try a different approach. I said, "Daniel, what if instead of thinking, I have to study English, you reprogram your mind to think, English is part of my day, like brushing my teeth or drinking coffee?" At first, he laughed, thinking it was too simple, but he decided to try. We started small. I told him to spend just 5 minutes every day talking to himself in English, describing what he was doing. I'm making coffee. I'm opening my laptop. I'm checking my emails. Nothing complicated, just simple sentences. And he had to do it daily, at the same time every day, like a ritual. After a week, something amazing happened. His brain started associating certain parts of the day with English. Coffee time became English time. Walking home from work became English thinking time. And because it wasn't a chore anymore, he didn't resist it. His mind started craving these little English moments, and speaking gradually became easier and faster. This is the core principle of reprogramming your mind for daily practice. Make English automatic, make it a habit, and integrate it into your life naturally. You don't need long, exhausting study sessions. You just need small, consistent actions that your brain links to your daily routine. Let me give you another example. Think about your morning routine. You brush your teeth every day, right? You don't need motivation, it's automatic. Now imagine attaching English practice to something you do automatically. While brushing your teeth, you could say sentences out loud like, "I'm brushing my teeth. Today is Monday. I feel energetic." Or, if you're commuting, describe the world around you in English. Look at a tree and say, "The tree is tall. Its leaves are green. The wind is blowing." At first, it might feel silly, but your brain starts associating everyday actions with English thinking. Another key technique is to think in English before speaking or writing. Many learners pause and translate from their native language, which slows fluency. But if you start forming sentences in English directly in your mind, even for small thoughts, your brain begins to process English naturally. Over time, this reduces hesitation and makes speaking feel effortless. I also encourage daily listening. Even 5 minutes of listening to English podcasts, songs, or videos can reprogram your brain. Listen actively, repeat phrases in your mind, and try to predict what the speaker will say next. This trains your brain to think in English patterns, not translate word by word. It's like training your brain muscles. The more you practice, the stronger they get. Story time again. I had another student, Sophia, who struggled with confidence. She knew a lot of words, but speaking was slow and hesitant. We added a simple daily habit. She watched a 5-minute English video every morning and repeated one phrase out loud. After a month, her confidence skyrocketed. She started speaking without hesitation because her brain had been trained to process English daily, even in small doses. That's the power of reprogramming your mind. Now, you might wonder, what if I don't have time for daily practice? That's the beauty of this method. It doesn't require long hours. Just integrate English into your life naturally. Narrate your day. Think in English. Listen to short clips. Repeat phrases. And gradually your brain rewires itself. Small, consistent actions beat occasional long study sessions every time. Another tip is to link English practice to emotions. When you feel excited, happy, or relaxed, do your English practice. Your brain remembers emotional experiences more vividly, so linking positive feelings to English helps reinforce the habit. Smile while narrating your day, laugh at mistakes, and enjoy the process. Your brain starts associating English with positive experiences, making it easier to stick with daily practice. And don't forget to track progress. Write a short note each day about what you practiced, even just one sentence. Seeing your streak grow reinforces the habit mentally. Your mind loves patterns and consistency. By giving it a clear path, you make English practice automatic. Finally, remember that mistakes are part of the process. When your brain is being reprogrammed, errors happen naturally. The key is not to fear them. Celebrate every attempt. Each time you speak, think, or listen in English, your mind is learning and strengthening new pathways. So, to sum up, start small, integrate English into daily life, attach it to automatic habits, link it with positive emotions, and make practice consistent. Your brain will start expecting English every day, and over time, thinking and speaking English becomes effortless. Imagine a few months from now, you wake up, start your day, and English is already flowing in your mind. You describe your actions naturally, respond quickly in conversations, and your confidence grows. That's what reprogramming your mind for daily English practice can do. Thank you for joining me on the English Hour today. Start applying these techniques today. 5 minutes a day. Narrate your life. Listen actively. Think in English. And watch your fluency grow. Remember, it's not about perfection. It's about consistency. Reprogram your mind, and your English will follow automatically. Keep practicing, stay consistent, and your journey to fluency will become natural and enjoyable.